In the name of the prophet, the waste must be cleansed. Righto. Good night. Bye now. Lovely. Afterwards was amazing. We had an absolute blast. The crew went. We ran amok. We played a whole bunch of different roles for them. We had a lot of fun. It was awesome. I got absolutely no footage. Luckily, there was a camera crew there the whole time, and I should be able to get some of their footage, or at least link to their footage, and so you will at least get to have some idea of what we had. The roles that they had us playing were decidedly more adult-themed than I usually show on my channel, so I ended up not getting any footage because I would have had to bleep out half of it anyway, so I just didn't bother. But it was a lot of fun, and there will be a story time about it at some point, so stay tuned for that. Next big event I'm going to is Project My Neighborhood in Minnesota, going with Out of Darts. We're going to travel together, and it should be quite excellent, so looking forward to that. Then we have West vs. Zombies and End War, so June is going to be brutal, and then July should settle down a little bit, I hope. We'll see. Afterwards again in August. Let's answer some questions. The Executive. What is your favorite medieval European arming sword? I don't know of any specific ones. I'm a fan of the arming sword, the length that you could use with a shield, or, you know, along those lines. But I don't have, like, a specific one, like this particular king's sword or what have you. But I like them in general, because I did a lot of shield work, so I like that length of sword. I'm also a big fan of the longer, the bastard swords, and the full German longsword style. But for arming swords, an arming sword's an arming sword, as far as I'm concerned, for the most part. Jason Wyatt! Hello, my captain! Have you heard the musical Hamilton? I have heard of it. I have never actually heard any of the music from it. Should probably look into that. Johnny Blaze. What is the funnest Nerf blaster to modify? Funnest. The most fun, honestly, really like the Chronos, because it's so simple, and it is a nice little blaster. I do also really enjoy modifying Strifes, just like everyone else does, because there's so much potential and so much variety and so much you can do with it, so one of those two. Jason Wyatt, again. Could you explain the naming ceremony that you do for your blasters when they earn it? No, that is very personal, so and private, so no, that one I'm keeping to myself. Dragon Blaster 10,000. Would you rather have a single double-bladed lightsaber or dual-wield single-bladed lightsabers? In every situation that I could possibly imagine, I would definitely dual-wield single-bladed lightsabers. A double-bladed lightsaber, while it looks cool, and was definitely one of the key features of the Phantom Menace, is horrifically impractical and not nearly as versatile as dual-wielding single, in my opinion. So I would definitely dual-wield. DJ Rockman 377. If you could play any shooter video game besides Battlefront, what would you play? I wouldn't. Not only can I not play them because I'm motion sick, I have no desire to play them whatsoever. Star Wars Battlefront is the only one I was ever interested in because it was Star Wars flavored, and so that one I managed to suffer through the motion sickness, or take Dramamine. But yeah, there aren't any that I'm like, I wish I could play that, it looks so fun. No, none. Not a one. Marvel Prime Master 66. What is your favorite Iron Man armor? I couldn't tell you which one was which. They all... I like the ones once they could be easily gotten on and off. I thought that was a really good feature. And I did like the one that was all basically nanobots, so that seemed a little weird to have that level of technology and then just continue to have them remake your old technology. You'd think you could come up with something that was befitting of the newer tech rather than just having it emulate older tech. I thought that was kind of weird, but sure looked cool. The Green Messer. Have you played Darkest Dungeon? No. CTBG Polar Flare 913. Cap, who is your favorite Pokemon? Chaozu. Hunter Johnson. What are 3 blasters that you would like to see re-released and why? Well, the Stampede, because, and apparently it is being re-released, though it's apparently just going to be the same old one. I'd like to see an Elite version. One that had like a rechargeable battery pack and maybe a slightly more powerful spring. And it should definitely come with the 50-round drum mag, but it's not going to. I would also love to see the Titan, the original Titan, come back just so that there would be more of the rockets available, because I want more rockets. And what would I like to see re-released that hasn't already been re-released? Some of the old vintage stuff. There was some neat stuff, weird stuff back in the day. Oh, the Blitzfire. I would like to see the Lightning Blitz. The Lightning Blitz. Get me another Lightning Blitz. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. Those would be my 3. And because... No good. No good. Nefump47. Going back to Meet the Nerf Heavy, what was the rifle your sniper was using, and does the rifle butt melee actually count? It was John's XBZ Alpha Trooper build that he did. He put an XBZ and an Alpha Trooper, and the stock was the pump. It originally was a Raider stock, so it looked a little bit better, but he'd had it apart to tinker with and hadn't gotten it back armed for the video. And no, of course it doesn't count. James McCree, do you see any girls at any Nerf events? And if you do, about how many? What kind of a question is that? Yeah, there's actually a number of women who come to our local Nerf wars. Obviously, Foam Blast, they're both women, and Coat Duck is a woman. There's actually a woman in Nerf Facebook group that you can join if you're really interested to see what kind of numbers are out there. So yeah, they're out there. Leaving Mass. Captain, who is your favorite Dragon Ball series character? Vegeta, because he's the only one that really developed as a character and actually, became much more interesting. Originally, he was, kind of a two-dimensional bad guy, but his story arc is way more interesting than most of the other characters as far as his motivation and how much more powerful he got and his backstory and all of that. So, yeah, I found Vegeta to be a very interesting and enjoyable character to watch, even though he wasn't always, the main character or the good guy. Doug McCarty, are you going to build a regulator? Well, I don't know about build one, but I'll modify one at some point. Roadkill Tom, if you get the new Elite Titan, how would you upgrade it? I actually want to get 2. I want to have one that's just stock. Maybe I'd upgrade the motors and the battery, but in the stock carry configuration, just because it's a minigun, but it's not nearly as cumbersome as Tier, what with the backpack and all of that. And then the other one I would probably build into a minigun rifle. A number of people have mentioned wanting to do that, putting a stock on it and taking off the carry handle and the top handle and moving it to a regular pistol grip. Just because since it's magazine fed, that would make it much more usable, and it would look really, really cool. And I want 2 just so I have the 2 50-round drums, frankly. But yeah, I do plan to get them, and I do plan to modify them. Dustin Baggin, what is the most unique, weirdest melee weapon that you have seen in action? It was actually at Afterworlds. I saw the most fantastic melee weapon. It was a spear. The head looked like it was some sort of a chunk of obsidian, and then the haft, the handle, looked like PVC pipe. It wasn't. I mean, the core was PVC, but then they completely wrapped it in foam, including the whole handle. The whole thing was wrapped in foam, and then made to look like PVC, like really thick PVC. They even had an end cap, and they had a coupler where it met with the blade, and they'd even added blue marker to look like PVC glue, and then they'd actually even stenciled on the writing that you usually see on PVC, the name, the serial number, the barcode, and it was really, really cool looking. It was absolutely ridiculous, and I loved it. Deadlight Sanctuary. Can you make a Mega Twin Shock Direct Prime like you did for the Rough Cut 2x4? Well, I don't see why not. I don't know why you would, but you definitely could. It would just be a matter of adding something to the plunger system to pull it back. Hans Peter Lovecraft. Are you familiar with Space Battleship Yamato? Yes. Jedi Leader 01. Would you integrate the Fortnite suppressor pistol with a Stampede or the Fortnite Scar? No. No, I would not. No. Nope. Stormtrooper 1138. Do you think that the new Nerf Elite Titan minigun is in response to tier and are trying to make a stock minigun to combat it? No, actually, I that was kind of my first thought, but then it was pointed out to me that Nerf's R&D, their development cycle is at least 4 to 5 years. So they would have already been several years into developing and designing and testing the Titan minigun when tier came out, which is probably why they were so adamant that it didn't get any use at Jared's Epic Nerf Battle when I was the guest there last year, because they knew that their minigun was going to come out in a year and it was not going to be able to hold up to tier because it can't. It's magazine fed. It's dart instead of rival. It's not going to have the same rate of fire. It's not going to have anywhere near the capacity, and they really can't build a blaster that is. I mean, their highest capacity blaster that they've touted as being a ridiculously high capacity has a 1/10 of the capacity of tier, and half the rate of fire. So, they're never to have a blaster that had 2,000 rounds of ammunition. It would cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars just in ammunition. And then the complexity of having backpack feed into a hose. I mean, they've done complicated blasters like the Infinus and the Regulator. But there does come, even those, people have a lot of problems with them, jamming and the boards burning out and all sorts of other difficulties when you make something that complicated. If they were to try to make something anywhere near as complicated as tier, one, it would probably cost $1,000 to sell it, and it would be a nightmare for the complaint department. So, no, I don't think it was a response to, I think it was just an amazing coincidence, frankly. And, I want one. I actually want to reestablish that. Ha-ha! Oh, at least I managed to throw it this time. Alright, let's open some letters and packages and loot and stuff. Alright, well, I have one letter and a couple of packages, including one redonkulously big one that I'm looking forward to digging into, because apparently it's like a year and a half worth of stuff they've been saving up to send me. So we got one here from Aaron Wiggins. Let's take a look at what Aaron... Where are you? Stickers! Flows Joe. Well, alright then. Hello, Captain Xavier. I'm Aaron, and I'm a modder. Me and a couple of friends are trying to start a Nerf club in Oregon. How high of FPF cast should I do for modded blasters? Any recommendation for motors for high crush regulator? My family owns a coffee shop in Gladstone, Oregon. Here's a couple of stickers inspired by your mods. From Aaron Wiggins. I am left-handed, so pardon my handwriting. I am left-handed too, and I also have atrocious handwriting. I blame the church. Anyway, it kind of depends on the age. If you're going to be doing a public Nerf war, I'd recommend not going above 150. That's where we cap it for our public wars that we hold in parks. Always require eye protection, and then it's less of an issue, but definitely I would cap it around 150. High crush motors, depending on what battery you're going for. If you want a 2S, then I recommend Fang revamps. If you're going for 3S, I'd recommend Krakens. High crush regulator, your regulators are tricky. I don't know if you're, how you're planning to deal with the circuit board without burning it out, but I do want to get around to trying to mod one of those so I can do a guide on it. If I am ever in Gladstone, Oregon, I will try to remember to stop by your coffee shop. I don't drink coffee, but I'm sure you have something else I would be interested in. Flows Joe. I like that. Do you know I do? I have no idea where Gladstone, Oregon is. But I was in Oregon this weekend. I may have been nearby and had no idea. But thank you for the letter. Good luck with your club. If you're close enough, I'll have to look up where Gladstone is, because I'm going to be a little bit closer to Oregon, hopefully once I find my place for my makerspace, because I want to be further south, so we'll see. Alright, let's start with the next little package from a Brandon Mendick. Looks like it. Sounds broken. And there is a letter. Oh, what do we got here? The stuff and things. Oh, good Lord, I know what's going on here. Oh man, oh man. I hope this letter finds you in good health. Having recently gotten into 3D printing and being a fan of Warhammer 40k, I thought it would be fun to make some purity seals for the auxiliary. I've enclosed a few seals in parchment scripts so you can mix and match as you see fit. Given that you meet many more auxiliary than myself, I thought you might hand out a few as you see fit or can find place for one on your gear. Hope you enjoy. Sincerely, Brandon, auxiliary in Buffalo, New York. Oh man, check those out. Those are pretty. Very cool. I like the machine god ones. Those are, oh, look at that. We have the Velcro. And then the seals. Yeah. Vos volobellum, vos adeptobellum, bangarang. Card. Very cool. Oh, those are awesome. I will definitely try to remember to take these with me and hand them out at events to people who serve particularly well. I love how those came out. That red paint over the black just gives them a gorgeous look. I like the big ones and the little ones. I do have one on my own gear now that I made. I made it in orange because I like orange, and it, you know, I know it should be red, but you know, I'm not actually a Space Marine. I can go with what colors I want. And I have a larger round Velcro patches that will fit these better than these little ones. These wouldn't. I don't think these would hold too terribly well. But yes, that is so cool. These look fantastic. That is really, really well done. I will definitely endeavor to see them into the hands of worthy auxiliary, sir. That is cool. So cool. All right, let's go with the smallest package. Give me the thing. Give it to me. Give me the thing. Meow. I'll read it if I can get to it. Aha! Hello, Captain. Have been a long-time viewer and love your channel. So as a small token, I got you some gummies from Dylan's Candy Bar. It's a small candy shop in Chicago, Illinois, on the Magnificent Mile where we vacationed for spring break. Hope you enjoy them. Well, I most certainly will, sir. I most certainly will. In fact, I'm going to enjoy one right now. Fantastic, sir. Yes. A delicious bit of gum. Most excellent. Alright, next one up. This one is from Phantom Squad. I am suspicious. Dear Captain Xavier, it is great to see you again at Gen B 4 and to get your twin slice blades. Here is the blaster mount. It should you need/desire to mount them versus tuck them away and freely fling as zombie ninja star. Enjoy and nerf on. We thank you again for the auxiliary patches as well. Night Fury and Thunder Moon. Those are great names. Oh, cool. Check it out. Did I sign this? That looks like my own signature. That was cool. Cool. Very nice, very nice. I shall have to... It could be mine. I don't know. No, I don't remember signing anything quite that often. So, it's all over the place. It's definitely mine. I like it. I thought this was a neat idea. I like the throwing things as well. So that is pretty cool. Thank you very much. All right, on to the next one. Sounds broken. Oh, good Lord. Oh, geez. Oh, that will. To Captain Xavier, I'd like to see you put K26 into this. If it breaks, fingers crossed it does, it will be the opposite of a loss. Please do. From Atlanta with less than 3. Bubba Lobo. Bazinga. Notice the change. What change? There's a change? I see no change. There's a boatload of stickers in here. What am I gonna do with 9,000 I am Boba Lobo stickers? I am not Boba Lobo. What is... Oh, mother of... It's a... Oh, what the... I see what you've done. I see what you did here. It's a cross. It's a... So it's a cross between the quadrant? Is that what that thing was called? And the, flip bow? No? The bow strike? I don't know, but there's a tiny little one-shot that has the pop-up stuff. And then this is very clearly a knockoff of the quadrant, I think. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, that'll definitely need to be a K26 episode, because that is a fascinating bit of piracy there. What change? What change? I got nothing. Alright, yeah, that's definitely going in the pile of K26 for a new episode soon. Very cool. I'm gonna eat another gummy. Now. Alright. That one here from William Fletchner. Fretchner. Pretty sure I know what it is. Oh, good lord. It's that and more. Maybe? It's a bunch of stuff. Puzzling, isn't it? Alright, we have, yes, computer parts. Looks to be a small hard drive. Looks like a tiny motherboard. Okay. He, for some reason, took a bizarre personal offense to my computer not being as powerful as he felt was befitting of my station, I guess? So he had a bunch of spare computer parts lying around and decided to send them to me so I could build a computer. I was Cat Pirate. No. Very cool, very cool. There's the specs and all that. Oh, we have zip ties in my colors for cable management. Yes, lovely. A random rival round. Wi-Fi antennas. A tiny Obi-Wan. It's weird. I assume this is a video card. And a power supply. Yep. Very cool. Well, I happen to have a case that I think this might fit sitting up in my attic. And once I have the MakerSpace, this will be getting built as the MakerSpace shop computer. And will be lovely. That video card ought to quite sufficiently run AutoCAD and the other sorts of things, since I don't do a lot of high-end gaming, but I do need something that can run AutoCAD for when I start trying to design my own 3D parts, which I do hope to eventually learn. Alright, now for the silly big one. Look at the size of this thing. It won't even fit on camera. Here we go. I anticipate some weird, and I like weird. I also think I'm opening it on the wrong side. I am. Okay. Flip that back over. This comes to me from Corey Tadson. And he warned me it was coming. Oh, good lord. To open, shave. That's weird. That's weird. Told you. It's gonna be weird. I'm gonna love this. It's going to be awesome. Oh, jeez. Ah! Now, give it to me. Give me the thing. Is it a box in a box? Is that what's going on here? Do I have a box? I swear if this ends up being a puzzle, I will love it. Alright. I have found what I believe to be a note. From Nathan Talesian to the captain from the wife. That sounds weird. Alright. Dear Captain, this box is a long time in coming. The wife and I have been trying to send it since last summer. Unfortunately, we fell into a cycle of not having the spare money to ship it. Then, while accumulating said money, we would find more stuff to send you, whereby increasing shipping costs, pushing off the shipment further while we set aside a bit more money, during which time we'd find more things we wanted to send you. It was a vicious cycle, though fun, which is, as you can plainly see, has finally been broken. Hooray! There is quite obviously a lot of randomness in this box. I'm not going to itemize it out for you here. For one thing, there's a lot in here. It would make up 2 pages just to list it all. More to the point, though, I've reached too many of your fan mail videos to think a shipping manifest ever goes in order with the things coming out of the box. Okay, you're spoiling it all. I'm just going to read this after I go. Alright, let's see. What do we got? Dear Captain Xavier, this box and gifts have been a long time coming. I also enjoy sending you things, as there are, and here's some more. Personally, I didn't get into Nerf modding as much as my husband, but he always tuned into your weekly Q&A every Friday. I would be exhausted from a long week of suck, and I would stay awake long enough to watch the intro. I love them. They always made my week end on a pleasant note. I heard from my husband that you also make jewelry, so I decided to make you something. Without getting too far into it, I started an Etsy shop to earn extra money to visit family. While I haven't sold any yet, I've given plenty away. I make more every week because it feels good to create something. I made 2 because I couldn't decide which design to do, so I did both. I got the idea listening to a story time. I hope you like them. They are 2 small gift bags. On a side note, my husband got me an Alpha Hawk for my birthday to mod myself. I'm very excited to start that project. Thank you for everything you do, and hopefully one day I can meet you and buy you a root beer. That would be fantastic. Sincerely, the wife, aka Whitney. P.S. Sorry I haven't filled out my bio for the auxiliary. I'm still trying to figure out what my role would be to help out. I'm not very savvy in combat or repair, but I'm crafty and want to help. Any suggestions? Well, yeah, I mean, you can just fill it out as a non-combatant, if nothing else. That's perfectly acceptable. We have a number of people who signed up who don't really do the combat, but want to be able to help in things like watching the gear, water bearing, like you said, crafting, strap making, just put yourself down as generally good with your hands as a skill set, and either support or, supply as your primary role. There's nothing in the world wrong with that. More hats and things to come. Peachwood Books, Whitney Tadson. Homemade book art. Customization available. Cool. Peachwoodbooks.etsy.com. Check her out. Apparently, she's got some cool stuff. Okay, I'm going to see what is in this mountain of weird, and then I will finish reading the note that was spoiling it all, because I like the surprise. Oh, right. How do? How am? How what? Oh, I see. It opens this way. I shall not shave, sir. I refuse. Good Lord. Are you seeing this? Good Lord. All right, well. Singles to go. Turn water into A&W root beer. Sweet. Gold bears. Big gold bears. Oh, giant gummy bears. Cool. Very cool. Alright, what do we got here? Oh. Interesting. I see. So you hit the bottom of it and then it launches. I don't know how easy it would be to get in to look at the spring, but that is fairly stout. Is that a grenade? How does it... Press here to squirt. I like it. Oh, yes, I'm taking that with me to events. Just hook that in the molly gear, and then when somebody goes, squirt, 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 squirt. I like it. I like it. I enjoy it entirely too much. That's in my color. Oh, tiny box. What is in the tiny box? Within the tiny box is something heavy. It's a tiny dwarf. A tiny pewter dwarf. That is cool. That is cool. He is going in my rock garden. That is where he belongs. My rock garden, incidentally, is made out of Idaho star garnet dust. Okay. Well, yeah. These ones, you pull them and twang. Rockets. A whoopee cushion. I definitely do not have a whoopee cushion. Tiny crossbow shoots discs. Alright. Alright. I dig it. Alright. I'll have Brett run that in a war. A unicorn horn. Yes. Yes. Plans. Plans within plans. A finger on a stick. It's a... They weren't kidding. It's a finger on a poke. Another one of these big rockets. It says Coop on the side. I find those, I like those. Alright. Pixie sticks. Just straight up sugar. Love it. Crush! Yes! I like Crush. We know this. And Dr. Pepper. And presumably Hawaiian Punch. Candy cigarettes. Don't smoke. It's bad for you. Giant Frisbee. Good Lord. Oh, it's not a giant Frisbee. It's a shield. It's a snowball shield. Alright. Alright. Strap needs to be a little bit tighter, but I like it. I like it. Ah! A predator mask. Cool. It's broken. Comes with spikes. One of the notches has been broken. That can be fixed. Oh, we have glue. We have ways. Gold duct tape. Look at that. It's shiny and psychedelic. Oh. Gummies. Haribo dinosaurs. Lovely. Skittles. Of course. Green apple. More cigarettes. Still bad for you. Trolley Octopoxin. Lovely. It's been a while since I got gummies. Oh, ghostly gummies. Halloween flair. Oh, very nice, very nice. Original Fun Mix Gummy Factory. Alright. Aha! Rolos. Have I been sent Rolos? I don't think I've been sent Rolos. I think I mentioned sending Rolos. And now there are Rolos. Ooh, Fun Dip. Yep. All of the Beatus. All of the Beatus and all of the land. Ooh, Sour Party Pack. Nice. There it is. There's the A&W licorice. Nice. The Giant Gummy Bear. A 1 pound gummy bear. That's pretty cool. Ooh, Jolly Ranchers Crunch and Chew. Don't know that I've ever had those before. Mob. Oh, it's the drink party pack. Soda Pops. Cool. Diabetes. Oh, the tiny duct tape in my colors. Very cool. Very cool. I see. The dog collars. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, those would be good for clipping things onto other things. Quick release for MacGuffins or something. Or packs or extra blasters or what have you. Yes, I will remove the bells and come up with something. I like the flashbang idea. I think there's some merit to that. A tiny Deadpool. in a case. I dig it. Aha! I have 2 grenades. I can squirt with both hands. Squirt, squirt, squirt. Skittles. Easter Skittles. Off-brand block-shaped gummies. Well, that's fantastic. That is super cool. Ah! Paracord in my color. Yes. Don't often see orange paracord. That's... well, something that's got to exist. People have been sending me stuff made out of paracord. Oh, Hog Wild Balls. Or maybe, or similar. Maybe these ones are the weird off-brand ones. But still, very cool. Because I've got stuff that fires weird foam balls. Oh, here's one. Here's a thing that fires weird foam balls. Though they don't look to be the same size. Maybe they are. Who knows? Ballistic X. It's got an X in the name. It's gotta be cool. Yeah, right. Tiny rocket launcher, kind of. Oh, that is rubber band powered and tragic. I like it. I need to do an episode where I just run stuff that people have sent me. Now this one is interesting. It appears to be shell ejecting. Fires some kind of weird proprietary ammo, but they sent the ammo. Does not sound inspiring, but I like the shell. Shell Shock. Cool name. I dig it. Oh, I'm gonna save that for a little bit later. Alright, we've got rival balls. Can never have too much rival ammunition. I probably lost a whole $4 for the pack. Nice. Very nice. I didn't have any of these packs yet, so that is really, really cool. And I definitely lost rival at Afterworlds. Not a lot. We didn't end up firing nearly as much as we thought we were going to. Pop Rocks! Sweet! It's a truck full of off-brand Lego. That's weird. That's weird. I like it. Oh, okay, so we got it in black and orange. Sweet. Another one of these. Twangity. Oh, yeah. These are the exact ones that I use, in the exact colors I use. Awesome. So, 3 more potential Titan or Altimeter rockets. Space. Operation Splatial. I have no idea. Those are weird. They will go on a shelf in the Lego room where they belong. That's a thing right there. I like it. I like it. Oh, we've got a boss. Don't see many of them still in package. Can always use more of that particular magazine size. Oh, yeah, I think I've seen a couple of these at Goodwill. I've never had the gumption to pick one up. More the Ballistic X. Okay. I kind of want to open this one up and see how it works. It looks like it's slam fire only. Somebody sent me a bunch of that ammunition. Now I know where it came from. All right. It might have been you. Yeah. Another one of these. 2 in the same fan mail. I love it. The more blades, can never have enough. I actually picked up a couple of these on Amazon when they went on sale myself. So there's spray paint on it. What happened here? What M-boggle? Explain yourself. Very cool. More. We'll have to do an all-throwing loadout now. And then we have this. This is the same little rocket launcher that I think I use. Yeah, it is, except in different colors. I've got an orange and black one that I use as my shield breaker. And I think I was missing one of the rockets, and so now I've got more rockets. Awesome. Yeah, they do whistle. If you can get the power up, they've got some whistles. Oh god. Oh look. They sent me a peanut butter cookie recipe. I think. Peanut butter cookies. I did not see the jewelry or whatever Miss Talisian was talking about. Did I miss it? Is it in a package? Did it fall into a thing? Little bags? The book, The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Oh, super cool. I always meant to read this. At a critical moment, the leader of an army acts like one who has climbed up a height and then kicks away the ladder behind him. He carries his men deep into hostile territory before he shows his hand. He burns his boats. Cool. Oh, that's a really nice looking copy too. I like that. Thank you for that. Okay. Where or how did I miss? Did I miss? Where did I miss? Alright, let's get rid of this so there's more room on the table. Mountain of diabetes. Yep. Oh, nothing missed there. Alright, so let's see. Where were we? The wife included some items of her own. She does her own crafts, making what we dubbed Bibliocurios, tiny handcrafted books to be worn as pennants or charms. She asked my advice on colors, but beyond that, it is all hers. She should have included one of her cards with her Etsy and such on it, if you can look at her designs and patterns if you like. Last thing I want to mention is specifically is a tiny brown box, about one on the side. Inside you will find a pewter figurine of an armored dwarf wielding a shield and axe. You've said that you play D&D and prefer to play dwarves, so I hoped you could get some use out of it as a pewter. It's actually pewter, by the way, so I didn't paint it. It's also an antique. My grandmother bought it on a trip to Norway in 1976. Gave it to me in the 90s when she found out I started playing D&D. I never played dwarves, though. I almost always... the DM, I rarely got to get to play at all, so I'd rather see it get use as it deserves. If you don't have a game, well, the wife and I probably be moving to Puyallup area to get the use it deserves. If you don't... if you don't have a game, well, the wife and I will probably be moving to Puyallup area sometime in the next 18 to 24 months. Maybe when you get set up, I inevitably start running a game, you can join us. Well, this letter is already almost as big as the box it accompanies, so I'll wrap it up. Take care, Chaylo. Sincerely, Nathan Talesian. Bangarang! Well, that is just entirely awesome in every way. Alright, let's see if I can find those curios. Is this them? I believe this is them. Oh, good. Yes. Sweet. I am not currently in a game. I would love to play in a game if you ever move out this way. Oh, look at those. It's a tiny charm of books. Like you could use it for a Christmas tree ornament or, to decorate your book area. And I do plan to one day have a study, so that will fit perfectly in there. Oh, that one's even cooler. Look at that one. I like that. Oh, it's got a tiny black and orange skull on it. Those are really, really cool. Oh, it locks. Look at that. Oh, I like that. Oh, now I really want to get my study built just so I have somewhere to properly put these. Those are really cool. You guys should definitely check out her Etsy shop. If you have anyone who is a complete bookworm, these would be perfect for them for a keychain or something. Those are so cool. I love that pattern, the black and orange, of course. I like the gear pattern too, and the little skull is fantastic. That is super cool, you guys. This is just... There is so much cool stuff here. I'm not even sure what I mean. The mountain of candies, a whole bunch of which I've never had, and of course some of my favorites. A book I've always meant to read, and a plethora of random nerfy goodness. This is a fantastic package. I'm glad you finally got this to me. And I really look forward to meeting you someday. I will be hopefully moving a little bit further south, but not so far south that Puyallup would be too far out of the way. So I'm aiming to be about an hour or so south of where I am now. So I'd be, you know, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours from Puyallup. But definitely not unreasonable. So yeah, let me know. And I will keep you guys posted as to where I end up when I end up there. Awesome. Thank you as always. And as always, thank you guys for watching. It's the little details like this that make things awesome. That is just cool.